sometimes you can't necessarily change where you're working or the people you work with, but you can definitely change how you respond to them. Right. So then we also talk about your relationships. So your relationships with the people who are closest to you, your relationships with the people who are at work also play a part in your health. It says people who have healthy relationships, supportive relationships, live longer and also with less chronic illnesses. They're not necessarily sure the correlation, but I think that we should know. Obviously, if you are not waking up stressed out, looking over at the person that lives with you, not happy, or you're having very tumultuous things and home is not a respite for you, and then you go to work and you're dealing with that, it's a day in, day out thing that has a direct impact on your body, because then you produce stress hormones, and these stress hormones, particularly maybe cortisol, are going to impact again your eating habits, how you gain weight. You start to gain weight maybe more centrally, and just your ability to cope. So always in that fight or flight response. So you put a lot of stress on the body when your relationships aren't good, supportive, and you're dealing with that day in, day out. Now that segues really straight into stress management. So sometimes you can't really necessarily change your relationship. Sometimes you can't necessarily change where you're working or the people you work with, but you can definitely change how you respond to them, how you're able to deal with that. Because as I delve into all the things that I've gone into in an effort to help my clients to the best of my ability, I know that emotions and emotional responses are a choice. You can choose at that moment if you're going to respond in an irate manner, if you're going to allow this thing to offset your day, or if you are going to take the adult rational approach, look at things logically, especially when you're confronted with people who, as the Bajans would say, you pot don't bubble at them. Their interactions with you are transient, and you can see how you could maybe get around still performing whatever you need to do and not paying them too much attention. Remembering your purpose, so being mindful and remembering that that person has control over you if they can control how you feel. Nobody should be able to control how you feel. They start to think all the things that that person have done up to that point that irritates you. So they're just a walking ball of problems because you're just remembering everything associated with them instead of dealing with the present. What they're in front of you for, does it have something to do with work? Do not bring past, present, deal with them as is, as need be, and don't bring your emotional history into the present moment, knowing that you are trying to evolve as a person. You're trying to manage your stress. So we get into that, like I get into that with our clients. And then you actively practice it in your life. Go out into the world and try to see if you can remain calm in the face of the people that irritate you the most. And when you can master that, that is one of the most powerful things that you can have, because you can operate under any sort of situations. And then those stress hormones that we're talking about, because that's coming when you get the texting, when you start to think. That isn't coming when you're looking at the person. Well, you aren't ruining my day today. I have things to do. What it is you coming with now? No problem. You know, that's a different response your body is going to have biochemically alone.